Hey guys, and welcome back to another Halloween video. Today I have the new for 2026 Michael's exclusive, the Coffin Parlor for review. So, I know there's been a big gap between now and my last upload, and to kind of clarify what's been going on, I started a school internship for my college for the summer, and I will actually be graduating at the beginning of August. So, I'm finally almost done with my college days, but I've got a very busy next 2 months ahead of me. So, fret not, I still got plenty of videos on the way, so just bear with me here, and apologies if my release schedule is a bit wonky. So on to the Coffin Parlor. This is a piece I actually was not planning on reviewing, as it didn't really match my theme, and my budget was already kind of stretched pretty thin, so I figured I would pass on this one, but after seeing some online photos and videos of it, I thought it looked pretty cool, and now that I've gotten my hands on it, I think this is a very substantial piece for what it is. So the theme of this piece is that of a tanning parlor for vampires. So right away, I like the story on this piece, as vampires obviously can't go out in the sun, so they need to find some alternatives in order to get their tan. Very fun idea for a building, and there's a lot of elements on this piece that usually a building of this style wouldn't get. This would typically be more like a single boat building in the past, but you have quite a bit of light on it, and you even have some animation. So let's talk about that coffin up top here, because that's the main feature of this piece. So you can see here, there's actually a bit of vibration in the coffin. Now, Lemax, they have utilized this effect before. Like last year, one of their table pieces had this kind of vibrating coffin effect, and they use it here as well. It looks great, and this really elevates this over some of the other town buildings that you have, as like I said, a lot of them are either bulb lit or just have some static lighting, but here you've got both lights and even some animation on it. And I've got to say, that's one very scary looking vampire that's in the coffin. So, some other details here. You got the big sign at the front with the neon green, which looks very cool. Reminds me of the taffy shop they did a while ago with the neon green lighting. You've got an internal scene here, a very big one, and I like how the window is actually shaped like a tombstone. You've got a vampiress with a cabinet containing towels and tanning oil. And then on the left side here, you have a sign that says vampire-friendly tanning technology, which is pretty silly. And I like the orange lamp that's above the door. I noticed some of the Lemax buildings this year are utilizing this little lamp, and I think it looks really cool. So as far as theming this piece, this obviously goes in your spooky town, and it would look really good with some of the newer town buildings that they've had the last couple years. I think this would look really good with the wig shop that they did. The tattoo parlor from a couple years ago would go nicely with this. Also, if you have the old and classic blood bank from the golden era of Lemax Spooky Town, this would pair amazingly with that one. It would make for a very cool vampire-themed section of your town area. And I also like how Lemax, in general, has been doing more with vampires the last year or so, as during the old days, they would use the vampire theme more, but then going into the 2010s and even into the 2020s, they kind of stopped doing vampire pieces, so I'm glad to see that they're starting to make a comeback. Alright guys, so that was the Coffin Parlor, a very fun addition to your spooky town area. It's not my theme necessarily, but I can appreciate it for what it is, and I think it's really well done. I think they did quite a bit more than just the bare minimum with it. So as always, thank y'all so much for watching. Again, sorry for the long pause in uploads. I'm nearing the finish line with school, so just bear with me for a little bit. And to tease what I'm going to be talking about next time, we're going to check out a Gothic mansion. So, no soundtrack on this piece, so there's not going to be a sound portion of this video. And, yeah, I will see you guys then.